people deluded. Now, France, I'm not going to sit here and name many French players at all levels. France have some wonderful players coming through every position, every age group coming through. It's wonderful if you're a French club, if you're one of the big clubs, or just a French player, because they're all getting chances. I think personally Italy are having some very good youngsters coming through, and it's not being spoken of. Tonali, Barella, Cheriza, I can't say his name, Florentina lad, have I said Tonali and Barella, Mancini, Romagnoli's about, and so is Rugali, but they're not the oldest of players. They're senior pros, but they're not the experience. They're not the most oldest of players. So they've got a good little blend of young. What I'm trying to get is there's a good little blend of a young squad to move. Definitely going within to 20 Euro. Is the Euros in 2020? People, forgive me if I'm wrong, but going into the next Euros if they qualify or however it works. I equally believe Holland have it as well. Like, Holland got some good players. I feel Gravenberch of Ajax is going to be a star. I think Brian Brobley, I can't say his name. I don't know for potential, but could play to a decent level. You've got Walter Berger of AZ Alkmaar. Specific to this vid as well, one place for PSV, one place for Ajax is Naci. I can't say his name. Naci, forgive me, Ünüvar. Is a player I rate highly, and Mohammed Ihattaren. Now, I can't pronounce these names. I've butchered them. Forgive me, people. But they're two players I believe have the potential to be top players. I'm not gonna put a cap on what they can. I'm not gonna say they can be the next this and the other. I believe them two they're gonna be full Dutch internationals and possibly key players. Potential is just potential. Hopefully they stay clear of injuries. I love them both, man. Ihattaren, I love his bravery. I love the fact that he's a maverick. I mean, if you watch the under-17s Euros, especially the final, you saw what he's on. Wonderful player, wonderfully technically gifted. Can play on either flank, and we can't rule out actually playing as a 10 when he's older. Now, Ünüvar, I believe he's going to be the star, man. He's what? They're both what? I believe Ihattaren is 16. Ünüvar's what? 15, 16. Let's just call him 16. But that young man, he's certified. Wonderful technique, wonderful first touch, wonderful appreciation for his teammates, link up play, got a good strike on him, got a willingness to strike, to shoot and things like that. Very creative, a creative hub in any team he plays for. The man is 15, 16, however old, and he's consistently played a year above. I see on the international front he's making progress. I know England's under-17s have been playing, but so have Portugal and Holland's, and he's been away with Holland's under-17s with the Algarve tournament, and I believe he found the back of the net for them, forgive me if I'm wrong. So he's making progress. I believe Ajax have a star on their hands, man. They really have a star on their hands, and whether he deems it's the best place to stay, I don't know, but you could imagine, if I'm a football fan in my room talking about him, you can imagine all the top clubs ran their rule over him. Now, I believe it's a case of when, not if, he will go to these clubs, so he can afford to stay at Ajax, learn his education, play football until he's in his 20s or whatever, and the move will happen. We know such is football that he's probably I don't know his agents or his parents, but they're probably being harassed by every sort of, not only football club, but all sorts of brands. If he's not sponsored already, Nike, Adidas, all their madness is there. I believe them two have top potential, and I wasn't planning on speaking about him as well, but Shirky, I've spoken about him before, I can't say his name, the young lad at Lyon. Equally, man, he looks like the next one eventually to come out of Lyon's academy. These are three players, specifically to Naci Ünüvar and Ihattaren, Mohammed Ihattaren, I can't say either's name. The potential is crazy, man. And if I was a Holland football fan, or for the national team, or just a Dutch football fan, or an Ajax or PSV fan, I'd be very confident about the players coming through. These two are the standouts for me, but also the people in and around their academies, man. Like, trust me, people, I believe these two. I rarely talk about potential, and I really hope to God injuries, getting a chance, all of these things go their way as footballers. I really believe they've got a lot of potential, especially Ünüvar. Ünüvar is one of my favourite young players about at this moment in time. I just wish he'd come to Arsenal. So if you're out there and there's an offer on the table, come to Arsenal, bro, man. Come to Arsenal. I'll get your name on the back of my shirt already, man. I think he's a bad boy footballer, honestly, man. Like I said, long range, short range, skills, balance, ball retention. He can work on a lot. Of course, he's not all the way there. He's 15, 16, 17. I don't think he's 17. 15, 16. Yeah, he can't be 17. He's 15, 16. But these are all relative to his age. What I like is his bravado. He won't. If he tries something and it messes up, he'll go again, sort of thing. So I like him a lot, people. So that's all I wanted to say, man. These two, for me, have got the potential to go to the top. That's all I wanted to say. For now, though, people. Deluded. Comment, subscribe, and do the rest if you wish.